Today, I accept me exactly the way I am. Hi, I'm Coralie, and welcome. When I say I accept me exactly the way I am, it's not someone else's thing that I'm repeating. That's what I'm doing, accepting me exactly the way I am. Because I was just about to hit record, and then I was like, oh, I'm going to say the word just again. I use that word too much and it sort of shrinks big things. So I might say just more than I mean, more than I'm trying to express. But since I'm accepting me exactly how I am, that's okay. Something that came to me quite strongly yesterday that as a thing to explore is not knowing why. What if we don't need to know why? Nature doesn't need to know why. The flower doesn't go, why should I open today? It does because it's time, because that's what it's meant to do. So why do I need to know why everything? Why should I do that? Why should I be the one that these things? Oh, because it's time, because that's what I was meant to do. What if that's the reason for everything that we ever did? It was because it was time. Or for anything that anyone else does, especially stuff that we have judgments on and we think that they're bad and wrong. What if they were just doing their job? That was just their job in this whole continuum of humanity. If everyone's just doing their job, even the bad and wrong people who we know that they're bad and wrong, but we needed the contrast. Humanity needed the contrast of, people doing good stuff, needed to have the people doing bad stuff. Maybe that's why. And maybe people do stuff that we really don't understand why they would do that. And maybe more than why, that's how we get to have creativity and art. Because someone did a weird thing. Why would they do that? Doesn't matter. They were blooming because it was time. Mm, why? Because I related it to stuff of like people in my family and why they do the things they do. Not necessarily bad, or not things that I've judged as bad. It's just that like they seem to, yeah. Actually, I won't go too far into that one. But yeah, different people doing their own thing, expressing themselves in different ways. And me just embracing that they're doing it their way. And if I actually uplift them in doing it their way and go, wow, look at you doing it your way. Mm, I don't need to tell them it's good or bad or because my opinion is, it's just my opinion, isn't it? It doesn't even matter. But imagine if we all just created in ways that we wanted to. We felt drawn to. We felt, oh, I've never seen that before, so I'll do that. Mm. Then we all just are creative and artistic and amazing in all different ways. And it doesn't have to be physical stuff. Could even just be the way we look at a thing. We could look at a thing differently. I was just looking at my tomatoes that are just sort of behind the computer there, and some are just starting to get a bit of red, and I'm like, oh, look, soon we're going to be eating tomatoes. But those ones, I might save those for next year's seeds. I wonder how many seeds are in them. And yeah, there's so many ways to look at a tomato. So much potential in a tomato. And so much potential in a human. Mm. Can we all just let each other be and acknowledge each other's creativity and not need to know why? Not need explanations from each other. Oh, why did you do that like that? Unless, of course, if you like the someone's outcome and you're like, oh, how did you get there? What did you do? What was your process? And learn. That's pretty awesome. Mm. But it's a human thing, isn't it, to go, why? Because everything else just is. Nature just ticks along the way it's going to. So perhaps today, if we drop the why and don't even need to know for ourselves why I do whatever I do next. That's actually quite tricky because I'm just practical me. I'm like, oh, I just heard the washing machine finish, so I'll go and hang out the washing next, which I will. And it's such a beautiful day, so I can do that in a really breathing it all in sort of lovely way. Mm. And there's lots of reasons for doing washing and hanging it out outside. And lots of the reasons that I hang it outside is for spending the time outside. Mm. Not that it matters why. Why would you? I quite often use that phrase. So today, just being me and not needing to know why. Yeah, it's going to be a good day. You, a fabulous day for no reason, just being you. And however you do that, thank you. We'll see you next time.